off-road, yeah. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. Gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart.
You know that saying, the only consistent thing in life is change? Well, here we are changing it up again. Or should I say tweaking it? I know it's not ideal to have a bottle washing station on your kitchen counter. It's not that pretty, but when you have a newborn, then you know that it's temporary and it's a must for function. So in today's video, we are going to clean up the kitchen one more time. I'm going to create a bottle washing station and everything on that side of the kitchen. I'm reconfiguring and moving some things in the pantry. Now in this little area over here, you guys have probably never seen, it's like a little bar area, and I've been avoiding these kitchen drawers and cabinets for quite some time, but I'm finally going to get all of this stuff organized. I'm adding some extra shelving in the pantry to give us a little bit more extra space. And then I have a mini grocery haul and kind of restocking the pantry. But the pantry does need a little bit of organizing refresh, so I'm going to do that as well. If you're new here, my name is Michelle, and a couple of years ago, I was that person. You know, the type of person that shoved everything into a drawer or cabinet, and as long as you couldn't see the mess, then you just pretended like it didn't exist. I would also roll my eyes when I saw a perfect Pinterest pantry. But after my first big organizing project, which was my pantry, and mind you, I had no idea what I was doing, I look back and cringe and think, how could I have ever let it get that bad? And I do have a video that proves how bad it was. So regardless of where you're starting out, just keep in mind that things are always going to be changing. Don't worry about perfecting anything the first go around. But I also have a 6-week-old and 2 toddlers, and as our family grows, so does the chaos. So on my channel here, I do lots of cleaning, organizing, home decor, and some home makeover projects. But in every video, despite what it's about, my goal is to inspire you. So if you enjoyed today's video, then I would love for you to subscribe and join this amazing community. But let's go ahead and get started, first by picking up the kitchen.
Let me feel your love again, 'cause I've been running round in circles, screaming out your name. Take me to a different place, just the two of us, and we can stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do, staying up all night, everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you. Oh, I wanna be with you.
So I just got a question on my Instagram from Carolyn, and she asked me, does anyone appreciate all of the cleaning, organizing, or picking up that you do around the house? And I'm wondering if this question was asked because sometimes, you know, as a busy mom who is constantly cleaning your house, it just feels like we're on autopilot, and it's just like a never-ending hamster wheel where we just clean, pick up, cook, turn around, clean up, pick up, cook. And in reality, it's not hard work, but it's just so much work. And it just seems to go unnoticed by a lot of family members. And that in itself is probably one of the most unmotivating things, is to constantly do and do and do things and then it never be seen or appreciated. So here's the way that I look at it, and I'll answer this question in a second. But I look at it as, do I give other people in my family the appreciation when they do tasks? Because first off, I can't control anyone in my family's actions or decisions, but I can control mine. So first off, I would say, you know, am I giving my husband enough appreciation when he does, you know, a lot of the outdoor work? or when he works really hard at his job, or when he accomplishes, an extra task? Or am I rewarding my kids when they are picking up? And mind you, they are still young, but just small little things. Now, I can say I'm not always great at it, but I certainly try. And I notice when I accomplish tasks, then I get similar feedback from them. So yes, when I go above and beyond, like when I organized the kitchen drawers, which you'll see later in this video, when Chris got home, the first thing I did was show him the drawers, and he's like, wow, that looks awesome. So yes, I do get appreciation and feedback, but I also try to give appreciation and feedback to other people in our family whenever they accomplish something. Now, if it's everyday cleaning, everyday laundry and dishes, then probably not so much, because if it was said too much, then it'd probably just be like, oh, okay, yeah, thanks. But definitely when I work hard on a organizing project, or when the house is trashed and I spend a lot of time cleaning it up, then it is noticed in our family. Another thing that we've worked on is that men, or our partners or kids, they can't read our mind. So if you are frustrated and feeling like you're not getting noticed, I know that I have felt that way several times. I communicate it, like, I did all of this hard work and I really don't feel like it was appreciated. So it's not that they don't appreciate it, it's that maybe we're looking for feedback and we're not getting it, but maybe they don't know that we need that feedback. So communication, and I'm sure there's a lot more that goes into all of that, but that's just kind of how it works with our family. For us, it's true what they say, communication is key. One thing I need to change up is getting a better system for our bottles. So I saw this bottle organizer on Carla's Sweet Life, her Instagram. So I'll link her channel down below. And I also saw a couple things on Amazon that I picked up in order to help me better organize the drawers in that bar area. And then I didn't get to putting that together yet. I wanted to reorganize one of our kitchen drawers that we already had, and I was planning on using this, but I didn't get to it in this video. But one of my favorite things that I put together in our pantry were these sliding shelves. These shelves were sold out at a website that I saw, and then on Amazon they didn't have these exact ones, and I was particular about liking these specific ones, so I noticed that they were M Design, so I went directly to the website and purchased them from there. They were really easy to put together. So in the corner where I plan to put our bottle organizing system is where I have like our fruit tray, where it has like the hanging bananas and then fruit and vegetables we put in there. So my plan was, because I need to move all of that away from that corner, was to use these baskets to put those produce and fruits in. They came in a set of 2 and I miscalculated the sizing, but my plan was to put them on the bottom shelf. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up the pantry a little bit and then put those together.
Any other hill, then you stand by my side, if only for a while. I'm going through changes, and so are you. I live for the moments when you're around me. I know you've got secrets, but I can't keep them, and we're fading in and out together. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment with you. The fuse wide open, stuck in the moment with you. The fuse wide open.
So I'm excited to share that I'm starting an email newsletter. So if you sign up to be subscribed to my newsletter, then either weekly or bi-weekly, I will be sending out different types of tips, whether they're organizing tips, productivity tips, how to, stay productive throughout your day, either some video recaps as well. So if you've missed a video, I know that we can't always watch every single video, then I may send out a video recap that just lets you know whatever kind of inspiring topic I may have mentioned, or an organizing tip or hack, or just some additional motivation. Then be sure to sign up for my email newsletter. It's linked in the description below. So from that, I did get an email with a question on how do I organize a very small space on a very tight budget. Also that their Dollar Tree doesn't have really great options. So I get it when we see all of these bins and boxes and organizing tools and gadget to make our life easier, we think that we need all of it. So I get it. I've lived in an apartment for 8 years of my life where I shared a small bedroom with my sister. So I can understand not having a ton of space. But I would first say start with decluttering. Now I get it. I'm not great at decluttering, but the rule of thumb is to always fill up the space about 80%. You can create zones in your space without having containers. Now, the benefit of having containers is that it does keep those items contained within that space. But you don't have to start out that way. And I think that people get so caught up in those containers and bins that they think that they're not organized unless they have that, which is not true. They help with maintaining it over time. But for products, one of my favorite stores to look at that is reasonable, not Dollar Tree products, but reasonable products is IKEA. Target, as well as like your local TJ Maxx or Home Goods, will have products as well, and don't feel like you need to buy the name brand products. Now, in my opinion, Amazon can be hit or miss because a lot of Amazon sellers are just resellers, so they tend to mark up the price because it is convenient. Even though it still seems lower priced, it can, add up over time. But real quick, while I'm putting together these like drawer/shelves that I'm adding, I had these refrigerator liners, and because I plan to put like fruit and different produce like potatoes or anything that doesn't need to be refrigerated in these. I'm not the best about throwing things out whenever they get moldy or they start, getting bad. And sometimes if like especially like limes, apples, oranges, and stuff like that, they might even start leaking. So I'm putting these liners in here so that it won't leak onto the floor in case it ever gets that bad where I don't see it and don't throw it out in time. And as far as budgeting projects with organizing, I just want to say it over and over again that it does not have to be perfect the first go around. So again, this is like my third time going through the pantry and I'm just now adding, additional products. So you don't have to have all the products like right at the time that you organize it. So just start off, if you can afford like 1 or 2 baskets and you find it necessary, then just purchase those first time around. Next go around, buy another container if you feel like there's something that is not working. And I know that this seems obvious and common sense, but I promise you it's so easy to get caught up in, maybe the way I organize or the way Pinterest organize or the way you see someone else organize on TV or whatever the case may be. And you think that it has to be perfect the first go around and you need to spend $200 on all these products the first go around. It does not. So just keep that in mind. As far as spacing, adding additional shelving like this. So when you get a chance, you can create multiple shelves, additional space by adding, different types of units like this. And there are a lot of affordable ones you can find, maybe on Amazon or elsewhere. You just have to do a little bit of digging. Now, I had those on the top shelves. They did not work because my containers came up too high. So I am trying to reconfigure to see how I can best fit all of these on the bottom shelf.
There's another side of you trying to break through. Able to tell.
So after I got all of these shelves locked in the places that I wanted to, I had to rearrange a little bit. Then I headed off to the grocery store to restock this pantry. So I just got back from the grocery store. I just put in all of the little shelving containers so that I can kind of rearrange the counter space and see what I can fit in there. But I did just get back from the grocery store. My little rye pie wasn't having it, so he's gonna join me here. And then
I'll do a quick little grocery haul for y'all just to show you guys what I got. So first off, some fruit, some bananas. I like to mix these in my protein smoothies, some peaches, strawberries, and then also I don't use spinach for anything but my smoothies. So I'll mix some spinach, some of this, and then some protein with that. Just some easy vegetables. That way I don't have to cook a bunch. I just got some green beans, corn, and then I like beans. There's some more beans somewhere else around here. Then some of these cutie oranges the girls like, some syrup for breakfast time, some organic milk, and then these tuna packets I like to mix with these pre-made salads. So I'll walk over here real quick and show you guys some of these pre-made salads. Is what I eat for lunch a lot, and then I'll either mix some chicken or some of those tuna. Here's some extra beans, and then here is some fruit. Put that over there. And then for dinner, I don't always buy this pre-made green beans, but I've had these before and they're so good. So I bought the pre-made green beans and Brussels sprouts. But usually I try to make my own and not buy them already made. But these are easy to just like throw in the oven. And then tonight for dinner, will probably eat this chicken with some of that. And then that's for another day, just some bacon wrapped chicken. Some cottage cheese. This is a good snack that is low in carbs and high in protein. And then Lunchables for the girls. Nutri-Grain bars, I really like these, but for the girls as well. Fig bars, and then these are for the girls. They, you know, if I need to bribe them to do something, these are a great trick to do that. These I've never had before, but I'm going to try. They're not probably not very healthy. But, you know, they looked good, so I'm gonna give them a go. Sweet potato fries are my absolute favorite. Tater tots, we don't buy these a lot, but I figured the girls, they like them, so I was gonna try them out. This is cauliflower, so it's made out of cauliflower, so, you know, gluten-free, non-tortillas. They seem decent, right? 16 carbs, that's not too bad, but try those out. Usually mix it with some turkey meat or something and make like tacos. Just some regular cheese sticks, cheese blend, and then over here is where...
So the volume kind of messed up on me, but what I was saying here was that I'm trying this like turkey salad lettuce wrap mix, easy to make for my lunches. I don't spend a lot of time meal prepping. I used to do that. It just pretty much took away a lot of my time on Sunday, and I don't love, you know, meal prepping all day on Sunday, especially with kids. And then that's also a day that we like to do different things. So sometimes I do buy lots of pre-made stuff. So here I bought a pre-made kale salad with the rotisserie chicken, which I can get a rotisserie chicken and cut it up. Probably would have been easier. But again, I'm just like, anything that is just super quick and easy. Also trying out this Hawaiian bread for, you know, to make sandwiches and stuff. I haven't had the Hawaiian one. I usually just buy the whole wheat one, but we'll see how it is. And then the Dairy Whip or the whipped cream, I use that on my coffee every morning. The popcorn, this will be my first time trying out the sweet and salty kettle corn. It is amazing. I love it. And then I got some extra cleaning products, just Clorox for the toilet bowl cleaner. Somebody recommended the Scrub Mommy to me, so I purchased that. Also the Dreft bottle wash cleaner. If you saw earlier, I was using the Dawn dish soap, and it's just very, very strong. Like I could smell it on the bottles after they were already cleaned. So I just needed something that wasn't so strong smelling, especially on bottles. And then lastly, just some flushable wipes. And then I typically do 80% non-toxic products, but our shower bathroom is horrible. So I'm going to get this OxyClean that was also recommended to me and scrub the crap out of our shower. Probably in an upcoming video, you'll see that. And lastly, I bought this festive poopery smell spray for our guest bathroom. It's a pumpkin spice smell and it is so good. I've never used this before, but you spray it in the bathroom and it just keeps the bathroom smelling fresh. So that was just about everything this go around. And now I'm going to start restocking and putting everything away.
You were my best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. I was gonna stay in the fight with you, just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you, you and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep. In your worn out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be.
So here is where the new drawers come in, where I'm going to use them to put fruit and vegetables in. I haven't fully figured out. I'm not going to label anything because I don't know exactly if I want to keep it that way. But anything that was hanging over here, I'd usually put the, bananas and potatoes and onions and everything hanging over there. I'm getting rid of that and everything is moving into the pantry. It actually works really well because the girls can easily the fruit opposed to some other snack.
Singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep. In your worn out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever. Driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep.
Now that I have a place for some of this stuff in the corner to go, then I can create a baby bottle / baby product station over here, kind of hidden in the corner.
Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young, be young, be young. Cause I'm thinking we'll be young forever.
So again, I saw this one on Carla's Sweet Life, and the reason why I was drawn to this one is because it's vertical. So I like things that create vertical spaces, so up and down, opposed to like taking more of the counter space.
I'm saying let's go. You're saying maybe. Let's find a disco. You're stuck at home.
So I did need some additional space because it wasn't big enough for all of, baby bottles, the pump stuff, and everything that I needed to use. So I kept my red drying rack there, but I ended up later on purchasing a different one that matched better so that my red drying rack is for like my pots and pans and stuff. So I ended up moving that, but just later on. Now I know this seems like a lot of stuff on my kitchen counter for baby stuff, but I also know that it's temporary because I've already done it twice and eventually it will be gone. Now, one thing I struggle with is finding things to hide the cords and the plugs. Like, I would like to get rid of all of these white canisters, but the reason why I like them is because they hide the cords. So do you guys have any suggestions on what you use to hide cords without having something in front of it, or do you typically just put something in front of it? Leave me a comment below, let me know.
That is pretty insane. You need to break free. Live fast and die young and let yourself go. Let yourself go. Hey, give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some.
My last and final project for this video is to declutter these drawers and the counter underneath it, as well as on top of the refrigerator. So these two drawers are a little bit hidden. They're kind of across the pantry in a little hallway that leads into the dining room. So I never go kind of back here a whole lot, or definitely never open those drawers because they are junk drawers, and I also have like a lot of dog stuff in there. So I'm going to go through, declutter both drawers, and see how I can best organize it. Because we use this as our bar area, then it only makes sense to put like utensils or bar utensils in this drawer. Because I don't know what's in the other drawer either, I'm going to go ahead and empty out that drawer as well before I organize both drawers, in case there's items in this drawer that I need to put in the other drawer, and so forth.
Okay, then you go, 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 go. Come on, let yourself be free. Be the best that you can be. Come move your body. Come move your body. Only settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come move your body. Come move your body. Come on, let yourself be free. Be the best that you can be. Come move your body. Come move your body. Only settle for the best. Live your life with no regrets. Come move your body. Come move your body.
So next I have a trash bag, so I'm throwing away anything that was just junk and that we're not going to ever use. And then next is I'm going to categorize. So we have a lot of stuff for the dog, like their medicines and stuff like that, brushes and things, de-shedding tools. So I'm going to pile that into one category, and then I will create a drawer that is just for like the dog products, and then the other drawer will be more for like bar tools.
Want to keep it nice and clean, not freak out and cause a scene. I try to hold it together, keep it together, not sure who I really.
So this organizer contraption tool I found on Amazon, and it looked really nifty in the box and when I was reading the stuff about it, but I am probably gonna take it apart and return it because, one, it's not long enough to go in my drawer, or maybe it was just my mistake for not like reading all the specifications before I ordered it. But the idea behind it is that you can create your own sections based on, your needs, and you can move the sections around. And I don't know, I just didn't feel like it was great in this drawer, probably because it didn't fit, but there wasn't enough spacer sections, or however you call it. But anyway, I don't have a lot of stuff in this drawer. Like I said, just a couple stuff for the dog's needs. So for now I had it right there, but knowing that it's really not long enough for that drawer. For this one is where I want to put all of our, bar accessories, and I bought those 2 little containers from Target, and that's all I'm using in this drawer, not a whole lot of other stuff. I'm just going to organize the other items just in the back there. And the next thing is this cabinet here down below. We hardly ever go in this cabinet, and I bought nothing to organize this cabinet. The only thing I'm going to do here is take everything out, declutter some of the stuff that we don't need, and then I'm going to put it back in sections, but there's no containers or anything that I'm putting in here.
Like crazy, and I gotta let it go. So baby, put the record on. I'm not gonna need that song. Hit it. gonna get this party lit. Come, come, come with me. Let's do something we'll regret.
Come with me. I'm gonna get this party lit. Come with me. Let's do something we'll regret.
'Cause I've been feeling that crazy, and I need to lose control. So baby, put the record on. Baby, put the record on. Hit it. And I've been needing that crazy, and I gotta let it go. So baby, put the record on. I'm not gonna need that song. Hit it.
So as I'm going through this cabinet, I'm going through a lot of the stuff for the dogs, and we have a ton of flea and tick medicine. Oh my gosh. Several years ago, our dog Piper, who's our black lab, we had another dog, a German short-haired pointer, he was so hyper. Unfortunately, he passed away from cancer 2 years ago. I want to say, and he was only 3 years old. But so we had a lot of stuff for two big, hunting type dogs. But several years ago, our dog Piper got infested with ticks. And let me tell you, ticks are horrible. I mean, they were all over our house. It was in our old house, and we had carpet everywhere. So I would find like ticks embedded in the carpet, and they're not easy to kill at all. I don't know if you guys have ever had problems with ticks, but I had bought all different kinds of stuff to like get rid of ticks off of the dog, as well as in the carpet and stuff. So I just hope that you guys never have to go through that. But yeah, it's pretty bad. It was pretty bad. But here's just everything kind of organized in different sections and decluttered. Lastly, I'm going to clean up the refrigerator, or on top of the refrigerator, which is where everything goes that needs to be out of reach of children. So hence we have lots of candy and knives, the most important things that do not need to be in a child's hand.
I got this weight on my shoulders, slowing me down. I don't know how it came about. And while the world is spinning faster every night, I feel I'm stuck in reverse somehow. But it ain't no one's fault that I am stuck here.
So as I'm finishing up here, I'm just using the e-cloths, which if you're not familiar with those, you just wet them, and the cloth itself with water is supposed to get rid of 99.9% of germs. So I'm just using that up here and finishing up the kitchen area. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you next week.